Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Thursday, June 30th, 2016. Around 7:06 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. Going to be a sunny day out, highs in the 80s. Some news to report. The Lowell Spinners are now 10-3. They lost last night. And the New York Knicks are after Joakim Noah. And it's Happy National Asteroid Day. I don't think the Earth's going to be hit by an asteroid anytime soon. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is about the continuation of the top 10 list of everything and anything. I've now reached the top 10 greatest variety television shows of all time. The variety shows were real popular when TV was first developed. They reached its peak in the 70s, and you don't see too many variety shows anymore. They may be kind of specials. They faded away in the 80s. I don't know why. I think many people just wanted something for a change. And here are the top 10 variety television shows of all time. Number 10 on this list is the Sonny and Cher comedy show. It was also like a variety show that ran on CBS for many years in the 1970s. It was a very great show. Sonny and Cher's daughter Chastity, which is now Chaz Bono, appeared on the show from time to time. It was very, very funny. They showed clips of like the Sonny and Cher show in reruns on TV Land back in the 1990s. Number 9 on this list of the top 10 greatest TV variety shows of all time, Your Show of Shows. This was the very first variety show. It was created by Sid Caesar and Muna Coco. It also had like a debut of Carolina. It was a very, very great show. They showed some reruns of it back in the 1990s on Comedy Central when they were getting started. Number 8 on this list of the top 10 greatest TV variety shows of all time, Donnie and Marie, which was Donnie Osmond and his sister Marie Osmond, which lasted parts of 4 seasons on ABC between 1976 and 1979. Donnie and Marie were awesome. They could sing, they could dance, they could be very funny, and that was good. Number 7 on this list of the top 10 variety shows of all time, The Dean Martin Show, which lasted 9 seasons on NBC between 1965 and 1974. It was a very classic variety show. Dean was his best. He could sing, he could dance. He was very, very funny. They have some of the best episodes of the Dean Martin Show on DVD. I saw that years and years ago. They were selling it at Rite Aid, which is unbelievable, for only $9.99. Number 6 on this list of the greatest variety television shows of all time, Tony Orlando on Dawn, which lasted parts of 4 seasons on CBS in the mid-1970s. Tony and Dawn were joined by actress singer Thelma Hopkins. They made a pretty good trio, and the show was real popular for a time. Number 5 on this list of the top 10 variety shows of all time, TV variety shows, The Lawrence Welk Show, which lasted from 1962 through 1982. First it was on ABC, and then on syndication for many years. Lawrence Welk was an accordion player. He was of German descent. when he was growing up, his family and him spoke German only in the house and was known for Bubbles. For many years after the Lawrence Welk show discontinued production, reruns of it were shown on your local PBS station for years and years, and wish they had shows like Lawrence Welk now. Number 4 on this list of the greatest television variety shows of all time, The Flip Wilson Show, starring actor comedian Flip Wilson, that aired on NBC for parts of 4 seasons in the 1970s. Flip was very funny. He especially played a woman character named Geraldine. He had great talent. Reruns of the Flip Wilson Show was shown on TV Land back in the 1990s and early 2000s was when that was getting started. Number 3 on this list of the greatest television variety shows of all time, The Muppet Show. This was Jim Henson's Muppets, and it was hosted by Kermit the Frog, and he had his whole game with Miss Piggy, Fozzie the Bear, Gonzo, Ralph the Dog, Dr. Teeth, Scooter, Beaker, and so many other characters created by Jim Henson. It lasted 5 seasons in syndication in the late 70s and early 1980s. They used to show reruns of The Muppet Show for years on syndication and TNT, but they have not been shown that much ever since because of too much money for music clearance rights. That's why most of the variety shows you don't see get rerun. Some of them do, but they edit out the music just because they would have to pay the performances money, and sometimes the productions company don't want to. Number 2 on this list of the top 10 variety shows of all time is The Carol Burnett Show. The Carol Burnett Show lasted 11 seasons between 1967 and 1978 on CBS. Carol Burnett was, very funny. She had Vicki Lawrence and Harvey Kilmer and Tim Conway Harvey Korman and Tim Conway as part of performances. They also had a skit of Mama's Family, which became its own series in the 1980s, starring Vicki Lawrence. Reruns of The Carol Burnett Show are now shown on MeTV. That's just a syndicated version, which they did after The Carol Burnett Show went off the year in 1978, because they can't have the musical guest, because I mentioned that, the clearance. And number 1 on this list of the top 10 variety shows of all time, The Ed Sullivan Show, which lasted 23 seasons on CBS between 1948 and 1971. It was originally called The Toaster Town. It was filmed in New York. Ed Sullivan hosted so many talented musicians and comedians and dancers and other performances, and Ed Sullivan could not entertain at much. He kind of was a little like this, but it was one of the best shows of its time. Wish we could have more variety shows like that. Reruns of The Ed Sullivan Show was seen on your local PBS station for years, but they just show mainly of the color episodes because those were the ones that survived. Most of the black and whites were destroyed. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with 2 more video blogs. One will be about MBTA bus route 120 that goes from Maverick Station to Orient Heights in East Boston. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about Magellette 106.7. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Benning guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO. Roxanne has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning. She's the best. Amy Wednesday's awesome. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11, such a cool guy. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out. Bye now.